Hey everybody, it's Nathan here, and I want to welcome you to another video. And in this video, I'm going to pick up where I left off with the Olmec head, which was finishing off the various components with cardboard. And as you saw on the other head, I found a colander, which I used for the upper part of the head and a part of a bowl, and I cut them to size using tin snips and then put everything into place. And so once I had all of that done, I was ready to start working with the form using plaster-infused um, gauze, as you can see in this photo here. So what I started to do was to put the gauze over the form. And so the way that that works is that you take the gauze and you dip it in water and it becomes wet, and then you take it out and place it on the form, and then you start to smooth it out with your hands and to fill in the holes, make it as smooth as possible, and that it would stick to the form. I was rather apprehensive about it because I had put down a lot of tape over the cardboard as a way of making a transition, and I really wasn't sure how well it would turn out. Well, actually, it worked fairly well, better than I expected. The only fly in the ointment was when I started to get to the top of the two forms, like the bowl, and the bowl had a dip in it with like a little protrusion in the center. And I had thought, rather naively, that the plaster infused gauze would stretch over the top. Well, it didn't. It formed right into the bowl, and I went, "Oops, made a mistake here." So as you can see in this shot here, what I did is I cut a piece of cardboard to match more or less the same height as that depression, hot glued it into place, and then I started putting plaster all over the form. And as you can see, I wound up covering the entire form with these plaster infused gauze bandages. Well, I don't know exactly what you would call them, but anyway, I was more or less done. And then when I started looking at some advanced uh, things to do with the design, I realized that the this helmet design had these like earpieces coming down. I wound up cutting a couple of cardboard shapes, hot gluing them to the head, and then yesterday put some of the plaster infused gauze over top of those, and this morning I went over to a local print shop, and what I did is I took the the design, the color image of the Olmec head, and I turned it into a line drawing, and from there taped it onto the front part of the Olmec head, as you see in this photo. And then I have another reference photo here as well, so you can see what it looks like. But that gives me the rough idea of the position of the face of the Olmec head. And then after that, I'm going to do a little bit of filling, some of the high and low points. I'll sand it, and then once I'm done, I'll be able to build the face. That's pretty much it. So I want to thank you for tuning in today, for watching what I have to do with the Olmec head, and I'll keep you posted. So if you have any questions, feel free to write to me at nathansegalart@gmail.com. Or if you want to visit my site and see what I'm up to, please visit https:/// www.nathansegalart.com. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.